everybody, this is your girl Tracy here for another edition of A View from Tracy's Point, and we are here to recap Insecure Season 2, Episode 3, which was entitled Hella Open. Okay, so yeah, it was some legs open on this episode. So one of the things that was really popping, regarding this episode was the discussion regarding safe sex and whether or not the writers of the show are being responsible since they're promoting this whole theme and not indicating whether or not the people on the show, the characters on the show, are practicing safe sex using condoms. And a lot of that came from, I think, was the scene with Issa where she's like, I guess, horny or something, and she's checking out the guy. And I think he was one of the guys that came up to the party. Remember when she had the wind down party? So he was downstairs, and Issa thought he was charging his phone because I guess, I don't know what she thought he was doing, but she finally makes her way over to his apartment and she takes her phone charger with her and offers him the phone charger. And then next thing we know, they end up having sex. And it's just like, dang, Issa, like, I don't recall ever being so low in my life, so desperate in my life, so in need of affection or sex in my life that I just go have sex with a random stranger. And particularly, that would be like me going up the street to the single guy live up the street from me and being like, okay, let's have sex. And then what if it's not good? So now I got to be looking at you every day when you leaving for work and stuff. It's just like, bad move, Issa, bad move, Issa. And then, there was a scene where she asked Molly to teach her how to hoe. And Molly was like, yeah, I'll teach you how to do it. I'm just like, this is so not a good look for our young people at all. So I'm going to tell you guys about another one of my books. It's called The Red Bear Society, and The Red Bear Society deals with a high school that has a blood drive, and as a result of the blood drive, they find out that several of their students are HIV positive and some other, like herpes and all that other stuff that you get when you don't have, when you don't practice safe sex. And so I kind of understand where the people are coming from, where they're saying that there needs to be some responsibility, because you have these young people watching this show and loving this show and taking direction from this show, but we ain't seen no condom wrappers being tossed across the room. Like, you don't have to show the person actually putting the condom on, but Issa could at least ask the guy, do you have any condoms? Are you going to use a condom? We could see like a pan in on a ripped condom off to the side. So I can see both sides of it. One of the writers was kind of defensive in the Twitter feed because she was like, we're all mature adults and, people should think, yeah, they're using safe sex. And then people like came for her. It was like, well, no, people don't think. That's why we have these high STD rates, particularly in the Black community. So you guys, let me know what you think about that argument and that debate. And then we go over to Mr. Lawrence. And so Lawrence was so dead wrong on this episode that I'm going to remove my Team Lawrence sign because he was the typical Negro on this show. And I think Tasha called him. And then I think Tasha said it best at the end when she said, you're an F nigga who believes that he's a good dude. And isn't that so many guys out there? Like, they want to portray themselves as this good person, this caring person, but then they turn around and do the same things that other dudes do. So, Lawrence goes to the cookout with Tasha. Well, he didn't go with her, but he showed up, brought the chairs or whatever he was bringing for her, met some of her family, and then I guess he was feeling uncomfortable, because we had the one cousin that was playing the flute and twerking at the same time, and I think Lawrence was just out of his element in that scene, and so he said that he had to go to the office for something, but he would be right back. And then there was a scene where I guess this company that he works for, they do like a mixer once a month or something, and then the employees be getting drunk and hooking up with each other. So he said he had to go check that out. That he told them he would come, but he would be right back. So Lawrence goes to that, and then I guess he's just having a really good time, and he's drinking, and these people are more in his element, you know. And so it kind of highlights how guys will get with a girl, like a round the way girl, you know, a ghetto girl, or however you want to term it, but then be embarrassed. Like, she could be the best woman in the world, ride or die, stand by his side, but he's embarrassed by her. So he wants to keep that a secret, you know, and then also have this life over here. But I love the fact that Tasha laid it down and told him, no, you go on back wherever you were and leave me alone, because you done embarrassed me in front of my family. And who hasn't had that moment in their life where they're dealing with this dude that they're not sure? Because guys really do stuff like that. They really do stuff like that. And let's see, what else happened on the show? I'm trying to think what else. It was like besides the whole thing with Lawrence and Tasha, and then Issa screwing the guy next door, and then there was like a scene where her and Molly go to the club, and Issa is just so not ready for the dating scene, at least not the face-to-face dating scene, because she's at the club and she talking to these guys, and these guys got one thing on their mind. They ain't trying to get to know her. They ain't trying to get to know nothing about her. They just want to know, are we going back to the hotel and smashing? Oh, I don't know how I almost forgot about Molly. So Molly meets this guy when her and Issa are at the club, and it was, I think it's the guy from that show on NBC called This Is Us, Sterling K. Brown. The only reason I'm kind of skeptical is because he looks like he has aged about 20 years since the season of This Is Us has ended, but I'm pretty sure that was him. So this guy, at first when they were talking, I wasn't too sure about him, and I was thinking like, because when he told Molly he would come work for her, and I was just like, okay, let me find out this joke ain't got no job. But then as, you know, the conversation progressed, and then I think they saw each other for lunch or something, and, you know, he was talking, and I was thinking, okay, this guy's going to scare Molly, because he's probably reminding her of, remember when, oh God, what's the guy name that's the singer with Jadea? Is that his name? Jadea? Yeah, remember him? He was on there last season, and he started out like, oh, this is going to be a good match for Molly, but he turned out to be a jerk. And I'm thinking she may be having those same reservations with this guy, but he may turn out to be, like, Molly might be Maxine from Living Single, and then Sterling K. Brown may be her Kyle from upstairs. But I thought they made a good little connection, but Molly, you know, don't seem to be feeling him. And then there was a scene where Molly went to pick up a bookshelf, and the box was like really heavy, and the guy at the warehouse thought that this black guy was with Molly, but he was with this Asian looking chick or Hispanic chick. So Molly was feeling some kind of way, so she once showed that, you know, she's a strong black woman and she could do it all. And so she picked up that doggone box and was trying to get back to that car, and all I could do was think about myself when I be at the Home Depot. I don't be want nobody talking to me, offering me no help, nothing. Just give me the box and give me the piece of wood and let me get on about my business. But Molly, come on now, you got to soften it up and give Mr. Sterling K. Brown a chance. And Molly and the guy. Oh, and then Issa obviously don't use Duracell batteries because she was trying to use her the vibrator, and the battery died on the vibrator. So she going all around the apartment trying to find the size batteries for the vibrator. She all done took down the smoke detector. She done took the remote control. She just all over the place. So Issa, next time you're at the Home Depot, girl, stock up on batteries. And yeah, I think that was it. I mean, people thought it was a really great episode. I wasn't too impressed with it. And maybe I'm not following this season the way I did last season, because I'm really not down for the whole just randomly sleeping with people here and there. And that just ain't for me, and that ain't the life I want to have for my daughters and anybody else's daughters out there. Oh, and Molly fired her therapist because she said that she was tired of the lady projecting what was going on in her life on her. So guys, let me know what you thought about this episode. I really don't have much to say about it. There was nothing really memorable that stood out in my mind that I really need to talk about other than those things. But if I forgot something, let me know. Leave it in the comment, rate the video, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, I shall talk to you guys later. Bye bye.